Dear students of 11 Science and 11 Arts A, today we are going to start a new poem that is Notes versus Eyes. This is the poem written by William Cowper, who was the English poet, hymn writer, satirist, letter writer, essayist, and a translator. He wrote poetry about nature and everyday life and scenes of the English countryside. In many ways, he was one of the forerunners of romantic poetry and influenced William Wordsworth and Shelley. Cowper is well known for the spontaneity and the simplicity of his nature lyrics. The wit in his satires and letters. The poem Notes versus Eyes by William Cowper is a humorous poem. The poet gently mocks at the lack of human touch when dispensing justice. The absurd argument and the bizarre verdict make it seem nonsensical. Now, let us see the paraphrase of this poem. Once upon once there was an unusual context. Once there was an unusual context. It was between the eyes and the nose. It was between the eyes and the nose. There was a fierce disagreement as to whom the spectacles belong. Spectacles means glasses that you put on, चष्मा की ज्यामुळे आपल्याला चांगलं स्वच्छ दिसते, क्लिअर दिसते. तर वाद असा होता की या चष्म्याचा खरा मालकी हक्क कोणाचा आहे, नाकाचा आहे की डोळ्याचा आहे. आणि हा डिस्प्यूट होता न्यायप्रविष्ट. त्याच्यामुळे वकील होतं आपली जीभ, की जी आपल्या पक्षकाराची बाजू मांडणार होते. There was a fierce disagreement as to whom the spectacles belonged. The tongue argued the case skillfully, while the ear listened as the judge. While the ear listened as the judge. The argument was that from time immemorial, the nose has always worn the spectacles. म्हणजे खूप खूप प्राचीन कालावधीपासून जर आपण पाहिलं तरी सुद्धा आपल्याला असं आढळते की चष्मा जो रेस्ट होतो चेहऱ्यावरती तर किंवा डोळ्यांविषयी त्याचा जवळचा निकटवर्ती संबंध येतो तो ओनली बिकॉज ऑफ द सपोर्ट ऑफ द नोज. Nose has always worn the spectacles. Displaying the spectacles to the court, the lawyer claimed that it has a bridge between the two lenses. It has a bridge between the two lenses to sit on the nose. The size was exactly of the nose, and if the face did not possess a nose, and if the face does not possess a nose, where would the spectacles be? He asked. जर आपल्या चेहऱ्यावरती नाकच नसतं तर आपण चष्मा कुठे घातला असता? That is also a question. A very interesting question which makes us to think deeply. He concluded his argument by saying the court that court could not challenge that the nose was made for spectacles as the spectacles were made for the nose. Nose nose was not made for the spectacles, but the spectacles was made for the nose. Then, just like a smart lawyer would, he changed to arguing for the eyes, but no one knew exactly what he did say. The argument did not seem adequate. Therefore, the judge gave the verdict in grave tone without any hesitation or doubt that whatever the nose put on his spectacles, the eyes must remain shut. It means it is accepted by the court, it is accepted by the judge that the nose is the real title owner of the spectacle. Now, here are some questions which are textual related with this poem. Of course, we will explain you the poem, but before that, listen these questions and answers and note it down in your register. Number 1. State whether the following statement is true or false. Correct it if the statement is false. Number 1 is here. The ear was appointed as a judge. The ear was appointed as a judge. कानाची भूमिका ही न्यायाधीशाची भूमिका होती, कारण कान हे ऐकण्याचं काम करणार होते. This statement is true. The tongue justifies the possession of the spectacles on behalf of the nose. जिभेने सर्वार्थाने बाजू कोणाची मांडलेली आहे? स्पेक्टॅकलची. की स्पेक्टॅकलच एक अशी गोष्ट आहे की ज्याचा नाकावरती हक्क पोचतो. पिक अप द एक्सप्रेशन्स फ्रॉम द एक्स्ट्रॅक्ट. फाइंड आउट द एक्सप्रेशन फ्रॉम द एक्स्ट्रॅक्ट दॅट आर्ग्यू इन फेवर ऑफ the nose. The arguments in favor of nose. Number 1. The nose has had spectacles always in wear, which amounts to possession. They are made with straddle as wide as the reach of the nose is. Comment on the following characters depicted in the extract in a sentence or a phrase. The first character is nose and the second character is eyes. Nose. An undeserving person who claims possession over something even though he has no use for it is not fit to use it. Eyes are like silent, hard-working, honest and deserving people who are often denied their rights. Now, let us have a look on this question. For what reason were the ear and tongue given the duty? The tongue had a great deal of knowledge as well as skills to argue. The ear was famous for good judgment and fair-mindedness and therefore works as a judge. Give reasons for a dispute. Dispute म्हणजे वाद विवाद. वादविवादाचं कारण स्पष्ट करायचं आहे आपल्याला. गिव्ह रिझन्स फॉर द डिस्प्यूट बिटवीन द नोज अँड द आईज. नाक व डोळे यांच्यामध्ये कोणत्या कारणामुळे वाद झालेला आहे ते आपल्याला स्पष्ट करायचं आहे. द डिस्प्यूट began when the nose and eyes each claimed that the spectacles worn belonged to them, not the other. Now I want to tell you some more questions. Again, state whether the following statements are true or false. Number 1, notes can use spectacles. False. The spectacles are for clear vision. There is absolutely no connectivity of the spectacle and the nose. Nose is meant for breathing, while the eyes are meant for reading, watching, and writing and every activity, and therefore spectacles belong to eyes. The spectacles are for clear vision, hence there is no use of spectacles for the nose as it cannot see. Number 2, eyes have to be shut when the nose wears or puts on the spectacles. Even if you have put on the spectacles, you can shut or close your eyes if you feel tired or exhausted. The term justifies the possession of the spectacles on behalf of the nose. Find out the expression from the poem. Suppose the visage or countenance had not a nose, pray who would or who could wear the spectacles then? Lend thy ears to all, but few thy tongue, is a famous quote by William Shakespeare. Justify. अर्थ स्पष्ट करून सांगतो विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो तुम्हाला. एखाद्याचे म्हणणे तुम्ही लक्षपूर्वक ऐकून घ्या. कोण काय बोलून राहिलेलं आहे त्याचं म्हणणं तुम्ही लक्षपूर्वक ऐकून घ्या, परंतु तुमच्या बोलण्यावर मात्र निर्बंध ठेवा. तुम्ही स्वतः बोलू नका. त्याला काय बोलायचं असेल ते बोलू द्या आणि तुम्ही कॉन्सन्ट्रेशनने ऐकायचं काम करा, परंतु तुमच्या बोलण्यावर मात्र निर्बंध ठेवा. हे विल्यम शेक्सपियरचे प्रसिद्ध अवतरण आहे, त्याचे समर्थन करा. द कोट, QUOTE, कोट म्हणजे स्टेटमेंट. द कोट मीन्स दॅट वी शुड लिसन whether in argument or discussion. One should listen to all, but when giving an opinion or speaking during a disagreement, it is better to say very little. Those words by Shakespeare are wise words to remember, because one may not know enough to give advice. One may unnecessarily or unintentionally make enemies when taking one side in a dispute, so it is better to speak less and listen only what the person before you is saying. Find out the example of inversion. इन्व्हर्शन हा काय प्रकार असतो विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो ते तुमच्या समोर स्पष्ट करायचं आहे. इन्व्हर्शनमध्ये शब्द करेक्ट प्रोज ऑर्डरमध्ये लिहिलेले नसतात. तर शब्द करेक्ट प्रोज ऑर्डरमध्ये नसतात म्हणजे ते सब्जेक्ट वर्ब ऑब्जेक्ट अशा सिक्वेन्समध्ये लिहिलेले नसतात, तर ते मागे पुढे लिहिलेले असतात. द visage or countenance had not nose. This would be normally did not have a nose. What do you understand about lawyer's nature? What do you understand about lawyer's nature from the line? Then shifting his side as a lawyer knows how. So interpret it. This line shows that lawyers have the skill to argue for both sides in a case. This shows that they can look at a dispute from the eyes of both parties. They will fight on the side of whoever hires them. Now, here is the question of personal response. Justify the verdict. Verdict म्हणजे एखाद्या न्यायप्रविष्ट असलेल्या प्रकरणात दिल्या गेलेला निकाल. Justify the verdict in the poem. I can support my answer with the help of following suitable argument. If there was no nose, the face would not be able to bear or support spectacle, and therefore spectacle belongs to the nose. Now, here is the theme of the poem. The theme is about typical human behavior in society, which is greedy people who grab of something which is not theirs and deprive those who deserve it. The title of the poem, let us have a look on the title of the poem. The title is perfect. The title is perfect because that is what the poem is about. But it is mystifying and funny because we wonder how the nose and eyes, which belong on the same face, can be opposed to each other, as the work of each is quite different from the other. Write something about the introductory paragraph. Write something about the introductory paragraph of the poem. The poem at the very beginning explains why the little is appropriate. Why the title is appropriate, explaining there was an unusual disagreement between the nose and the eyes over the possession of the spectacles. Central idea of the poem: the roles of lawyer and judges are respectively allotted to tongue and ear. On account of their attributes, on account of their functions, the arguments made by tongue are perfect and the verdict is given. Only that the decision is absurd as the very function of spectacles is lost. And that's all, my dear. Tomorrow we will see the text of the